Hello, good morning, welcome. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Now, the raging SARS debate. On Monday, hundreds of Nigerians from all walks of life held a rally in support of the special anti-robbery squads nationwide. In Rivers State, hundreds more marched through the streets of Port Harcourt, calling for the scrapping of the squad. So we have a most robust debate on our hands, but the conversation continues. And let's say that the IG had said, you don't need to scrap SARS, let's rejig it. Is that the answer? This morning, let me introduce my guest. He is a retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, and today a preacher of the gospel. Let's meet and greet Archbishop Chris Omebe. I greet you, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome. Yeah, Your Grace, the debate obviously is here. Yes. And 20 years after SARS was formed, doesn't it puzzle you that we are having to discuss its propriety or otherwise?
Yes, it's a bit of an embarrassment, I would like to say, because 20 years is quite a length of time for things to fall into their correct positions. So,
what's your reaction to the debate? Should SARS go? Should it stay?
SARS should not, well, the technology may stay, but not the personnel. The personnel there have outlived their usefulness by my own judgment. Before SARS came, I would like to say there was anti-robbery squad in every state. I don't know what promoted a group, promoted the authority or made the authority to think they needed a special anti-robbery squad. The anti-robbery squad that we had then was very effective. The anti-robbery squad was part of the force CID, part of the state CID, and they were doing well. You know, when people come to power, the first thing they think is, what new can I do that will bring me to limelight? And that led to the formation of SARS. Oh, let me do something that will make people think I'm the real man they have been looking for. And SARS came into existence. As it is, SARS is a good notion, but the people there, what they have turned that wonderful notion to be, is what is making the whole nation to be crying loud.
Especially at this time.
Yes, especially at this time.
Your Grace, you know, former President Olusegun Obasanjo once dropped a howler. He said, robbers are being recruited into the force, and nobody challenged him. So was he right?
He was partially right. The thing is that some people go into the police because they have no other job to do. And nobody cares, I say nobody cares to check the background. In our days, you are recruited from a province, then sent to IKEJA, and there you are further screened to ensure that you are the right material. If at any stage you are found to be wanting, the officer that picked you ab initio will be surcharged. He will pay all the bills for bringing you from Calabar, from Benin, from anywhere to Lagos. But today, what do you have? The recruitment officer has he has the whole day to himself. He recruits whoever comes, and as I have heard, he that pays the highest bidder, you know,
the highest bidder
gets chosen.
Yes.
So nobody cares about his background. And that is what has led us to where we are now.
Let's go back to SARS. SARS wants to go on an operation. All you get is SARS telling you, tomorrow we are going to storm Idumagbo Avenue by 5 in the morning, and we want to come by land, sea, and air. Is that what the book says?
The book doesn't say that. There's what we have, there's this gain you make from surprise element when you go unannounced. You don't have to announce. If you announce it, you are telling the robbers, you are telling the miscreants to go into hiding. If you don't mind, if people can go into history, when I was CP Ogun State, there was this question of ritual murder here, there, and yonder. And I made certain pronouncements which didn't go down well with the people. So I decided to use the mobile force. We cordoned off all the areas. I didn't announce it. The people woke up by 4 to find that there were policemen around their homes. And we went on a search, and we recovered some very, very good things, which form evidence for what we're looking for. But now, by the time you announce, oh, we're coming for a search, people who have heads of human beings will keep them away. People who have dangerous weapons will keep them away. Then what are you searching for? It's a bad system.
So obviously, is it right in saying we deserve the police we get now?
I used to say so myself, but I think the police we have now is imposed on us.
Okay, by
the authority.
Or is it a systemic thing?
It's a systemic thing. Over the years, there have been a lot of negligence, which nobody cared to correct. And this negligence it's like what the Bible man will say, when God created it, it was just a devil. But by the time he got to Revelation, it became a dragon, you know?
Yeah. Okay, let's look at roadblocks, for instance. Are they relevant? Because each regime comes, this IG will bar the police from mounting roadblocks, and the next one lifts the ban, and so on.
Roadblocks are not necessary. If you go across our border to Ghana, you don't have roadblocks. But you have what they call spot checks. Patrol cars are parked by the road, and once a while, the officer comes out, just points at the driver that is coming, he stops. They search, and he goes. No hold up, no nothing.
Except anything incriminating is found.
That's right, that's right.
Let's talk about the question of bribe demand and bribe taking. In your time and now?
Well, in our time, it was minimal, because then it was an offense for any policeman to go on the road with 5 naira. But today, I don't think that is the case. I remember Mr. Nyang of blessed memory, he dismissed some people for being found with 5 naira on their beats. Well, I'm sure he didn't know that worse things were yet to come. And now here we are, and the old man is no longer around. So it's a shame that we have people demanding money for them to do their legitimate job. Then what if people don't have the money? You leave them to their own faith, and that's what gives birth to other dimensions of crime. I can't meet this one. Okay, let me do this.
We'll talk about SARS now and the torture of suspected criminals. Again, that's not what the book says.
No. I'm glad this topic has come up at this time, because last week alone, I got a distress call from Edo State. Last week alone, on Sunday to be precise, my bishop was on the pulpit. He turned to me and said, "Sir, you are a retired DIG. Please tell the Inspector General of Police to scrap SARS. They are an embarrassment to the Nigerian police force." I just nodded my head, because I know what happens. Sometimes you are having a birthday party, and they will raid everybody and say they had a noise, and then the noise sounds suspicious. I don't know what that means. I don't know the definition of that sort of suspicious noise. Then here, you are at the bus stop, they raid you, they carry you away, and before you can know what's happening, you are in Kirikiri. And your people will not even know. I have a friend who lost his son by such a raid. He was raided, the mother sent him to go and buy a car. He went out to buy a car for the mother who just had a baby. And outside, there were policemen moving about, he was picked up. 7 days, they were searching for him. The father came to me. We went to all the police stations, we couldn't find him. By the time he was found, he was a skeleton of his usual self. They brought him out. A few days later, he died. The father died a few weeks after, out of heartbreak. These are part of the ills of this so-called contraption called SARS.
Oh, you call it a contraption?
It's a contraption.
Okay. You said during our pep talks before we came here there had always been this so-called SARS there. So it's a duplication.
It wasn't SARS. It was anti-robbery squad.
Okay.
It was there in Lagos. Adeniji was anti-robbery squad. If you arrest anybody and you think it's a robber, anything, you send there. If you have any special operation, you tell Mr. Kwajafa, Fulani, who was in charge then, they go and do the raid, and the thing goes on they go to court. Not this time that they go about with slippers, they carry the gun, and they see you on the road and say, and they make all forms of pronouncement. It's a shame.
But why do you think the police seemingly is neglected by the authorities, successive authorities?
Yes, they want no competitors. The army has always thought that the police, with the police there, that they will not do what they are built to do or what they have taught themselves to do. The only
which is
staging coups and all what you have. The only army officer who recognized police and worked according to the books was late Murtala Mohammed. Right from the time that the so-called Biafran, in quote, they were Atore. At that time, let anybody challenge me. The Nigerian army had no ammunition to fight. Murtala Mohammed came to the control room and got everybody, Kamsalim of blessed memory, we brought out Mark IV rifles. And that's what they used in repelling the Biafrans.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I haven't read this before.
You know, I was on duty that night. Mr. YAQUB was the first armament officer. He rolled out everything, and the army carried them away. But after that, they now felt, if we allow the police to have such a free hand, if they are better armed than ourselves, then a day will come that they will sack us on the streets. They will sack us from our barracks. So let us deprive them of everything. And so when the police thought of having armored personnel carriers,
yeah,
they saw very intelligent majors who became more useful to Nigeria than Nigeria is to them, went with the theory that police was trying to overthrow the army. The armored personnel carriers were all seized. But today, state governors buy armored personnel carriers for the police. How do you reconcile that?
A travesty.
So, yes.
So your boy was right, after all, Alozie Ogugbuaja, when he propounded the pepper soup theory?
He was right then, he's still right now. He's right.
Okay, okay. All right, so please join the debate. You know the platforms. We're looking at the propriety or otherwise of having the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS for short. And my guest is His Grace Chris Omebe, retired DIG. So he should know, The police, the SARS boys, some of the time are used as debt collectors. This is not in the police handbook. Police
should not even collect debt. Not to talk of SARS going to collection of debts. It's not part of...
I mean, people who are owed,
yes,
will use them.
I know what you are talking about. It's not their duty, and they should not do that. It's not their duty.
Okay. Then, of course, the IG is talking about reforming SARS. Are you on the same page with him?
I'm not on the same page, except he educates me further to know what has he got on his table when he's talking of reformation of SARS. What does it mean? Is it changing the top echelon? Or is it changing the personnel that are there? Is it going to make what I call rejigging of the whole system? What is it really talking about? Is it transferring people, SARS, from Lagos to Benin, Benin to Aba, Aba to Port Harcourt? Is that what he's thinking about? We are saying that the water in the system is bad. The water should be flushed out.
Okay. And on a certain number of suspects escaped from the police custody, SARS custody on November 6th in Yenagoa, Bayelsa.
Yes.
That's not a plus.
It's not a plus. If SARS is SARS, robbers should not escape from their custody. They should not, because there are people there always on duty 24/7. Okay.
Your Grace, we have a viewer calling in. George is here. George, I greet you. Welcome.
Good morning, Citizen John.
Yes, sir.
And my respect to Reverend Chris Omele.
Good morning.
President Jones, it appears there is some political connotation to this protest about SARS. Be that as it may, I didn't see anyone offering any alternative solution to SARS if it is scrapped. Scrapping it, in my view, is not the solution. But I have been canvassing for a total overhaul of the police force, not just one department or not just one section. The police corporate culture, the police attitude to work, everything around the police in our country needs a change. And that change, that rejigging, cannot be done by somebody from within. What I mean is there is no police officer that has the capacity to bring it about. I am suggesting to the government to do what they did in customs. Bring in somebody, maybe a criminologist from outside. That is the only way you can change the corporate culture of the police. Somebody who has been there for decades or for so many years that has already imbibed that culture that we are all complaining about cannot bring about
all right,
change.
All right, George. Your Grace, there's this saying that there's a difference between a good sound reasoning and a reasoning that sounds good.
Good.
How do you characterize this one? Does it sound good, or is it a good sound reasoning?
It sounds good. It sounds good, but is it workable? It's not workable.
Taking somebody from outside.
Don't compare the police system with the custom. Custom have a duty to collect revenue, whatever rates you have over goods or importation and export. But the police is such a vast organization. The works are so enormous that an outsider, whether you have a double PhD, triple LLD, you can never make a good policeman except you have been through the police system.
Okay, and gone through the mill.
Yes.
Okay, then YAQUB is here from DOPEMU in Lagos. YAQUB, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then good morning, Daddy. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah. To me, I think I quite agree with Mr. George. But having said that, I don't buy into the idea of ending the SARS. Because if you end the SARS, and then you are telling the police authority to scrap SARS out of the Nigerian police, do you know that if these people are not being in place, me and you, we can never sleep and close our two eyes. Yes, I agree that some of the SARS members, some of the SARS squad, there's some people there that very, very bad. You will never pray to have anything to do with that. Because for the fact that they see you, whether you do anything or you don't do anything, the way they will treat you, before they know this is an innocent person, you will find it a situation whereby you say, what did I do for me to require all this kind of a thing? I want to give an clear example, sir. Quickly. The day before yesterday, exactly on Friday, rather, in a IKEJA bus stop at Ajayi Farm, exactly, I saw these people in a yellow bus, Lagos painting yellow bus. And then they make sure they trap a Danfo bus. Do you know, one of them, bring out a...
Oh, okay. But he made his point.
Yes.
Your Grace, how did we get here?
The first thing we have to ask ourselves, was it necessary to have a special squad apart from the anti-robbery squad?
If the anti-robbery squad was that effective, you didn't think, or you don't think at that time we needed a federal, a special one?
Anti-robbery squad was federal. He had it in Lagos, he had it everywhere.
Okay,
all states had it, had anti-robbery squad. It's a question of who, the man that comes to power wanted to carve out something to make his own administration relevant. That's what gave birth to SARS. Oh, yes, people are complaining there's robbery. I'm going to create a special squad that will take care of robbers, and the name shall be a special anti-robbery squad. It's just a matter of semantics. Semantics. If you go to Adeniyi Adele, they are doing job as efficiently as they used to do it. If you go to other states where the CID has a free hand, they are still doing their job fine. The moment you start creating this special, their allegiance will be diverted to other source of power.
All right, let me take Justin is calling from ASABA. Welcome, Justin.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for this. It's actually been generating a lot of
yes,
discussion.
Sir.
I actually do not support the ENDSARS campaign, as a matter of fact, even though we know they are not doing exactly what they were expecting. So I think the issue there is actually defining the role of SARS. Because we all know that the fear of SARS actually is being of wisdom for criminals. Yes. In most court departments, we have this actually school unit, even overseas. Yeah, even a police officer that has these appointed is being made to go through that evaluation. There are reasons for that. But in the case of that, I think they just bring these guys, most of them can't even find a name, and you give them gun and ask them to go.
Okay.
So,
no, all right, Justin.
All you need, get people, train them specially in the use of arms. And when they have undergone the 3 months training or whatever period you decide to give to it, then let them go through a series of courses.
You take these men from within the force
From
itself.
within the force.
Okay.
Train them specially.
Yes.
Give them an orientation that will give them the feeling that, oh, we are important, we are not important, we are recognized. Therefore, let us do our job in such a way that will not bring a shame to the nation, will not bring a shame even to ourselves that have been picked. Because there are thousands of policemen there who are not found necessarily worthy to be in SARS. It's like joining the mobile police.
Mazi OKOROAFOR, a dedicated viewer, welcome. He's calling from AROCHUKWU in ABIA. Yeah. Mazi?
Good morning, Sir Jones. Good morning. It's great.
Good morning.
Yeah, that's from the Mazi OKOROAFOR. You see, the SARS we know today are ex-MOPO personnel, that is the mobilized and the formed SARS. You see, the SARS operation today are just like our Bakassi boys. That is, the level of brutality is what Nigerians are complaining. That is brutality. The SARS should do proper investigation before raiding and stop that plan of torturing. These are the issue. The problem Nigerians are complaining is because of the torturing. Because if you look at the United Nations law, they have banned this issue of torturing. Because torturing is something that used to be in place, but they have banned it. It's just like a child going to school, you have the flood. They are even flooding a child in school. It's wrong. You see, like the place is just talking about it. Actually, SARS is an anti-robbery squad. Yes, anti-robbery squad must continue because with the level of criminality in this country and fight, you cannot stop robbery or kidnapping. So that's why SARS must exist. But I think that they should be educated and let them be strategized. When they strategize them, they should not give them the modern theory of detective procedure, not the crude way of depicting. Thank you very much, Mr. Jones. Have a pleasant day for the people.
You too. So it says it all, you know.
Yes.
In Nigeria, when the books say if you approach a suspect, employ minimum force. That's what the books say.
Yes.
But in Nigeria, minimum force means you must lose 2 teeth. But that's not the minimum.
No.
Is that what training
you are right. That's not the training. You have to apply minimum force in order to achieve what you want to achieve. And again, the use of third-degree method of investigation is what that gentleman was talking about.
What's third degree? Third
degree, using force, bending your hands, turning your head down, legs up, putting fire underneath. Then when you are in pain, you now say things you shouldn't have said. That's third-degree method of investigation. It's archaic.
Okay.
It's archaic, but we know some of them still do it.
the chief constable in Britain, you know, that I hear is the name of the IG there, was there in Nigeria some years back.
Yes.
And my colleague asked him on TV, sir, how long does it take to determine a particular car is stolen? You remember, you know what he said? He said 10 seconds. Yes. And that brings me to technology.
Technology.
Nigeria police is still archaic.
Yes. You
were there for many years.
Yes.
What did you do?
As the head of Force CID then, there was a special equipment I brought from England. It's a little computer. You put in there names, numbers, engine number of vehicles. A policeman you hold it. When you're on the road and the vehicle passes by, you just go there, you check. If you suspect, you tell the next check.
Yeah.
They flag him down. But you know, if you're not in power, you cannot do many things. I wasn't the big boss, so it did not go down well.
Yeah, but did you discuss with the big boss?
Oh, I couldn't have done it on my own. I couldn't have done it, but they say, well, this is not in our budget, this is not in our this. Yes.
It brings me to this. You've heard, if the viewer will permit this, Oga at the top. We hear that returns are made to the Oga at the top. Is it right? Is it wrong?
So I hear too. So I hear.
I'm asking because you were
an
wrong. Oga.
No, I was an Oga. I never. If you take a census of Nigerians, those who know me, they will tell you without stammering that Chris Omeben was not involved in any form of bribery or corruption. I hated it up till now. So question of telling me, I'll give you this for you to do this, it never happens. I know of a man who came and said, was it a trap? He needed a job badly, forensic job.
In the force?
In the force.
Okay.
I promised him. The next thing, he sent his wife. The wife was telling me we should go to a guest house. I said, for what? All those stuff were rubbish. I said, no. And because of that singular approach, I told my then IG, Etiminyang, I said, this man will not get this job. And he didn't get it. But today, well, I don't really know whether I should say today or yesterday or whatever it is, but it's not a good omen for the country. For people to be demanding money to do the job for which you are paid. And what has increased it or heightened that menace is the attitude, is the administrative attitude of Babangida. I'm going to say it. He brought it, he precipitated corruption at its highest level in this country.
You're on TV, you're on network TV.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying if you are sure of your facts.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Ask me how.
How?
Before my time, you are retired according to your length of service. Babangida came and retired a whole batch of DIGs, IG all together, then brought in some little younger ones. It's not in consonance.
Are you saying this out of bitterness?
No. It's not in consonance with the force. Every force has got its own tradition. Military have their own tradition. If in the military you belong to the same squad, if one person comes to the top and others have not, you retire them. But that is not our tradition. It's not our tradition. Let every force maintain its own tradition. Police, maintain your tradition. Army, your tradition. Custom, your tradition. And that will bring sanity to the place. If you look even at the mode of dressing, we are now copying, when I say we, police, we are now copying the army. Previously, the way the police uses beret is different from what they use, from the way they are dressed now. This is because they saw one man in the army doing it, so we should do it to let him know that we are obedient.
We are going on a break.
Okay.
Please shed some more light on that. Beret. You should not be decked in the beret.
Oh, beret cap, the beret cap.
Yes. No, that's what you are saying.
Oh, yes. We don't use it for day-to-day
service. Okay.
Service. We use the P cap.
Okay.
Babangida came and put this beret and said, but people said, oh, I think this way we should do it. The head of
it's funky.
Funky. God bless you.
Okay.
It wasn't the police tradition.
Okay.
No.
All right, the question rages on. Besides SARS, are we deserving of the police we have? Let's consider that as we observe this break. We'll be back. All right then, welcome back. The raging SARS debate, and my guest this morning is a gentleman who should know. He's a retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, now a man of God, Archbishop Chris Omebe. Let's talk about the police as a professional body. You know, professionalism, if I get what you've been saying, is going out the window.
Yes.
So the professionals aren't there anymore.
Yes, right.
If I got you right.
You got me right.
Yeah.
What we need to do in this country is forget where people come from and get the right people to be in the right places. If we start that with the police, we'll be doing the nation a world of good. I'll give you an example. There are many constabulary forces in Britain. If the head of any particular constabulary, maybe it's the London police or West Riding police, if the head is off, retires, or something happens, that position is not just given to somebody from your clan.
Okay.
It's not just given to somebody who was your classmate. It is thrown open, advertised. Then people will apply from other forces.
Oh, really?
Yes, they apply.
Okay.
And when they apply, they are screened and interviewed. The best candidate is taken. That is why one of the reasons they call him Chief Constable. He's the Chief Constable of that force. He doesn't wear uniform except occasionally.
So we'll come back to that. A call is here from Kaduna, and LANRE is here from Kaduna. LANRE, please, you're online.
Good morning.
Morning, please. Let's go. LANRE, come on. Ignore what you're hearing in the background.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning. Sir, I like to contribute to what... Yes, I'd like to contribute to...
Are you there? Well, better luck next time. So in Nigeria, we have this north-south thing, you know, the south-north thing. You think it is not professional?
It's not professional. It's not professional.
Please shed some more light on that.
We need a really, not just somebody who knows about the police force, nitty-gritty of policing, to be at the head. And to get that, you have to get people. For you to be an IG or chief constable, you don't need to have, you don't need to be a deputy chief constable before that. If you're a deputy chief constable and you think you are qualified, you apply along with the assistant chief constable or other ranks. And when you apply, you are screened. When you are screened, you are interviewed. Then the best candidate is offered the job. And you start afresh. You are given a new slate to write upon. The question of picking people from your backyard, whatever,
turn by turn
is destroying the police. Destroying the police. That's what we should not encourage.
All right, let's take a call from Jos now, and we say good morning and welcome to Tony.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Tony, you're on.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so surprised to see your guest who has been a former DG of police.
DIG, you mean?
DG of police, being a reverend now. You know, knowing the background of police in Nigeria is least expected. But I pray that God will continue to be with him, because from what you have said here, I think there is reality in it. Well, police has been a problem right from the war go, even apart from SAP. You know, either any name they call them, because they try to change from one uniform to the other. They are still the same people, still the same character. So what am I trying to say? Even when Fala was alive, Fala said that if you have his way, he just wipe them off and he produce another force.
So reforming or introducing any kind of changes or whatever it is called cannot help the situation. The only thing that can help the situation, just like what one of you have said, because people who are there, who have experienced all these corruption things, are the ones still training the incoming ones. So what do you expect? When the former DG Arate was enforced, he said that they should wipe out all checkpoints, and it was. Today the checkpoint is back.
Okay, okay. So you talked about polluted water in the system.
Yes.
So you must drain the pipe.
Yes.
What are you saying in essence?
What I'm saying, it's not just sufficient to drain the pipes.
Yeah.
The overhead tank that supplies water has to be flushed.
As well.
As well. Then put the correct pumping system to supply the water before it goes to the pipes. I will not be surprised that there are some people who apply to join SARS. Are there people who apply to join the mobile? There must be a reason. Mm. And so when they join, whatever it is that they spent in getting enlisted in that organization, they like to get it back.
It's great. You talked about London. We have a call from London now.
Yeah.
AKIN is reaching us from there. AKIN, welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Yeah,
good
AKIN.
Morning, sir.
Let's go, yeah.
Citizen Jones, good morning.
I greet you, sir.
The Reverend Omoben, good morning.
Morning.
I would like to give my own contribution towards this scrapping of SARS controversy. Also, before I do that, I would like to commend Reverend Chris for his analysis and insight that he's given us into what SARS is all about. I would also like to, thank him for his alternative view concerning SARS. Like, I was listening to the Obacha the other day when it came to the issue of restructuring, and he said something, and I looked at what he said. The same thing is applicable to SARS. He said, Nigeria needs repackaging, not restructuring. And this is what is happening with SARS. People want to repackage SARS, not restructuring. You understand? Because when you look at repackaging, what it means is that you are taking away the packaging, but the content still remains. You understand? And that, for me, is not a go-go area. The content itself is what matters. What does SARS represent? For as long as SARS is not meeting its obligation, I think it should be scrapped because it has no value to the Nigerian taxpayer. That's one. Two, the other is that the Nigerian police force also needs to be overhauled. There's too much wickedness in the Nigerian police force. People, you can imagine, how can you catch criminals? Okay, let them go free and go outside and pick other people and connive against them and say that these are the people that give work. So basically, there's a big rot within the police system. This current IG, I don't think he understands the nitty-gritty of what it means to have a man on the beat. The man sitting in front of you is a man of great pedigree. I know I've known him from the 80s. He used to be a former member of my church. And his former pastor took him in high esteem. Papa Omobe, God will continue to bless you. And the insight that you are giving us concerning this police force, I wish that people like you in the Police Service Commission can reform and bring changes that is necessary for policing.
All right,
sir. Thank you.
Okay, many thanks. No, great to know that you had been in the service of the law for a long time. So,
for a long time, yes.
So it's not just because...
Not because there was no more police job. No.
Okay, then. You know, it starts from the top. When we hear things like a prospective policeman pays to get recruited, it's sickening. Very, very sickening. Yes.
When you hear that they pay to get promoted, it's more sickening. It's more sickening, Citizen Jones. You don't know what it is. But okay, I pay you, then you promote me sergeant. I pay you, promote me inspector. I pay you, promote ASP, whatever rank it is.
Until IG.
Until IG. Then when I see you in the street, when I see you, how do I feel? How do you feel? You are all, okay, my rank is because I have money. What of the efficient man who has no money?
Yes, but is in service.
It's in service.
Should it be a service or a force?
You know, whatever you like to call it. I know the army, they don't want to hear the word force.
Okay.
But that's what it has been from time of, before independence, after independence, it'll be like that. But when it came to the time of David Mark and his cohorts in the Senate, police should not be a force, it should be a service. Whether it's a service or not, but what we want, the content, what they do is what matters to me.
Okay.
They should be brought up in such a way, they should be exposed to such things that will make them to offer more qualitative service to the nation.
All right. Let's return to Lagos here. A call is coming in, and Francis is the man. Welcome, Francis.
Hello.
Yes, Francis.
Yeah, good day.
I greet you.
I enjoy your program. Hello, and the debate is also good. To me, I think this sort of a thing, they are just like normal Nigerian facts and policing. I had 2 serious encounters with them. The first one, they came to my house. They came to look for somebody in my compound. I don't know the person. I just moved in, not even up to 1 week in that particular apartment. They insisted that I should take them to that person's house. I said, I don't even know the person you are looking for. These people descended on me. They beat me mercilessly. The second one, I was traveling on the road. All my papers were complete. They asked me for my road warrant. What has that got to do with road warrant? Do you know that I parted with almost 40,000 naira before they allowed me to go? They insisted. The guys, they were so arrogant, drunk, and what will I do? They said they will handcuff me and take me to their jail. I don't know. Whether it looked like robbers, I had to take them, gather money from I was with my family there. My children, they were looking at them. I gave them 40K. So I don't think we have that need for them. What I know, yes, robbers are everywhere, but what I think they should do is that let them remove that arrest right from them. If they're anywhere they are, even if they arrest somebody, let them take them to the nearest police station, and that is where their own ends, and let those police stations start the investigation.
Yeah.
That is what I think they should be doing. It needs total reform. What they are, they just use they just put criminals in the police in the south.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that they need serious reform, or else we will not achieve anything from them.
Okay. The man before him talked about repackaging and or restructuring.
Yes.
Sometimes you wonder if it is semantics.
I would say it is, because when you repackage,
yes,
you're only changing the outer cover. What is inside is still what is inside. And but when you want to restructure, it means you are breaking.
You break
everything down completely. Then
you break the package down
completely. Then you reposition things. Then you have restructured. Then when you restructure, you must think in terms of re-educating the people who now constitute the new organization.
But do you still consider policing as a noble profession?
It's a very, very noble profession. The fact that you have got some bad eggs there, wouldn't make us to scrap the police, because you and I being able to go about the street is predicated on the fact that we believe there's safety on the road, and this safety is the best legacy any government can give to the nation.
That's it. Additional is here in Lagos. Additional, I greet you. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to your guys in the studio, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, you asked a question that how do we get here? And I will tell you that it doesn't take a rocket science for we to know how we get here. In a society where evil thrives, when good men looks away. And again, at the same time, leadership is a leading sin. If we have an IG that says you want to do something, it's not the talk that works. You do the work. You can't be in the comfort of your room, grandiose room, hotels, and just attend seminars. And no, we must be proactive. You look at the reform, yes, there are a lot of noise about SARS. The SARS is part of the police. How do we reform the entire system? And it's not enough. It doesn't take a rocket science for me to fix all these things up. To meet up with communities of nations, other nations who policing systems are far better than us. It doesn't take a rocket science. It just takes the will, the leader at the top, to take a pragmatic step to ensure that you do the work, it goes around and enforce these things. You enforce the law, you must obey. When a leader, you put somebody in charge of a place, and that place is not working, you fire that person and put in the right person.
Yeah.
Thank God for the elders you have here that say you will not take a bribe. We have good men in this country, in the forces. There are good men, there are bad men. These people are not spirit. We can look out for them and let them be to head the place of organization. So we just talk all over the time and we do nothing. So yeah. I want to use this forum to please let the police authority do something in reforming the entire SARS. It's possible it can be done. It's not a hopeless situation.
All right.
It's not a hopeless situation. It can be done.
Thank you, Adeshina. As they say, it is not rocket science, sir.
It's not rocket science, I agree, but it requires the working of the brain and the attitude of man. If you now believe that this thing that is before me, I can do it, you do it. And you know that this aspect of it is wrong, have the courage to say it is wrong. But question of saying, let's manage it, let's continue, is this my time, is a very wrong attitude.
The penultimate caller talked about intelligence, you know. There was an invasion of his premises based on suspicion and so on. Intelligence gathering, you are a CID man. You know, it's not there anymore. That's what it seems to me.
It's not there. I'm sorry. It's my opinion that it's not there, because that is why we had these departments, Force Intelligence Group. You collect evidence and give to the uniformed people for them to act upon. But now that has been sort of, they call it the CIB.
Okay, FIIB.
No, CIB,
okay.
Criminal Intelligence Bureau.
Okay, yeah.
Now it has been so played down that it's nothing again. When I was there, I tried to ensure that the CIB did what the DSS is doing. You bring out intelligence for CID to use, for other people to use. But now that work has been duplicated or triplicated. DSS does it, this does it, so you don't know who to hold responsible.
Okay, then we'll come back and know who to hold responsible.
Yes.
KABIR is in Edo, so we bring you on. KABIR, welcome.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
And good morning to the Reverend gentleman.
Good morning.
I think this is a very critical topic to discuss. People talk about that and its shortcomings and what have you. But I'm curious. I've heard what the DIG, the retired DIG, has said, and we touch on salient issues. The questions we should ask ourselves: what brought about the evolution of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad? In fact, precisely now, it is the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, federal staff. You have state staff, like he said before. You used to have state staff. And before that, anti-robbery squad, just anti-robbery department in every state. They evolved into this present staff, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. However, the questions we should first ask ourselves is, what are the benefits, what are the usefulness of having these guys? In every system, you would have bad eggs. You would have rotten apples and all that. That shouldn't mean we will throw away the baby and the bathwater. We'll throw away everything. Okay. Let us look at the pros, the cons. What are the benefits? Before the emergence of SARS, the dreaded SARS, quote and unquote now, it has been robbers basically have laid siege to the entire nation and have taking good control of it. Now, maybe the excesses of the tax had led to people calling for the scrapping of it. But why think of scrapping it? Why not think of restructuring it? You understand?
Kabir, we got you first time. Got you first time, Kabir. Many thanks. The debate will rage.
Yes.
It can't end here at the studio.
Yes.
Just to say that our crew is in faraway Katsina for the Northern Senators Retreat. I imagine we'll turn things over to our crew, if that's what I understood. Otherwise, okay, but let's continue. Okay, then. Again, sometimes when I have a man like you fielding questions from me, I ask, when should a man retire or be retired? Is it when he has completed 35 years or has attained the age of 60? And so it's another level of debate, because you retire a man who is still full of ideas, you have lost him.
That's right.
And the system loses. So let's look at policing vis-a-vis SARS forward. Let's look ahead. New recruits are in the wing. Yes. They're waiting in the wings. So what recruits are we looking for? Men who have no jobs, or men who want to take policing as a vocation?
Men who want to take policing as a vocation should be what we are looking for. Here, we recruit young boys who have just left secondary school. We recruit them in, they are trained, they are getting uniform, they go out. Some of them cannot even speak English. Some of them cannot. I have a cousin. I saw him in uniform, I was surprised. How did you come in? He said, Daddy, 50,000. And they took me in. When it's time for exam, they will take him out of the class. Exams will be done. Then later he will conclude it. And today he's a policeman. So,
and what a policeman.
And what a policeman.
What a policeman is.
What do you expect him to give to the society?
So, in conclusion, let's look at it from the top, and you paraphrase what we have said today. Is SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, desirable or not? After your answer, tell us in 30 seconds the way forward for policing in this country.
SARS, if it is refurbished, will be very necessary. But as long as you use it as a political tool to gain recognition, it should be scrapped. Because somebody said it earlier on, people want to use every institution as a political tool. Let me show that I'm relevant, that I have some new ideas. It's not, it should not be. The way forward, as far as I think, by my own reasoning, is for us to copy the British system. The British system is not archaic, it's very good. Yeah, they carry guns, but they don't use it carelessly. You see them at the railway station, but they do it very well. We should have specially trained people for that job. Not people who wear bathroom slippers and enter yellow buses and harass people. I think that should be scrapped.
Okay, then. Thank you. I cannot but thank you very kindly. It is said that memory is very unkind to an old man. So when you recline in your seat and get these reports, you get even further depressed. But I hope you are enjoying your retirement.
I am.
Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
My guest has been Archbishop Chris Omebe, retired Deputy Inspector General of Police. But then let me say this quickly. By our constitution, the policeman is the most powerful man on the streets of Nigeria. So you don't need to bribe anybody or take a bribe to get anything done. On that note, we'll join our crew in Katsina for the Northern Senators Retreat. It's a big do for them, and I imagine you'll be interested. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Many thanks for your time.